Hi, I'm Rahul Kulhari and I hate data science at Edge. I'll be talking about our machine learning capabilities and how we use machine learning capabilities across our products to fulfill the talent needs of our marquee customers. So before I start talking about the machine learning capabilities, let's understand the different problems which companies or organizations are facing. And every company is trying to solve the problem of talent decisions. And as part of that, companies trying to solve the problem of how can I mobilize the talent internally? How can I allocate and optimize resource allocation? How can I understand talent better and faster? How can I do the candidate discovery and talent discovery faster? How can I upskill and reskill my talents faster and better? How can I reduce the skill gaps? At the same time, recruiters and hiring managers have the different problems in the organizations. The problem which recruiters and hiring managers have, how can I discover the best quality candidate at the right time at the right cost? How can I acquire information about resume faster? How can I find more potential candidate in case of suitable candidate not being available? How can I create better demands on better jobs? How can I do shortlisting faster? How can I proceed and reduce my work across the demands faster? On another side, we do have employees which have problems in the company. Employees wants to discover more personalized jobs in the company. Employees wants to grow their career inside the company. Employees wants to contribute more to the success of the organization. Employees wants to be more upskilled and reskilled into the latest technologies, skills on the job. How can I be more aligned to the organization? And all these problems also start somewhere with some kind of HR systems which companies have, where they are facing the problems of skill taxonomy, title taxonomy, career architectures, role taxonomies not being up to date with the transformations or changes which are happening across the industries. Today, if you look at the skill taxonomy of the multiple companies, you will find out there are lots of skills which are part of the skill taxonomy are obsolete. New skills which are coming into the market and companies working across are not part of the skill taxonomy. Same thing is happening for titles. Same thing is happening for the roles. Since role must have been same but responsibilities, task, output, outcome have changed for those roles, companies doesn't have those information. So these are the four kind of problems which organization is facing, and those are the problems we are trying to solve, and we aim to solve those problems. And that's why we built our AI engine, which is known as EdgeGraph AI engine, which is helping customers to simplify talent decisions, helping customers to fulfill the talent needs, reduce the skill gap, help them in the upskilling-re-skilling journey, and internalize the talent and mobilize the talent internally. And that's where the first important piece and the capability comes into the picture is the Edge Knowledge Graph. Before I speak about Edge Knowledge Graph, let's understand what is Knowledge Graph. Knowledge Graph represents a network of the real world entities. That means it can be objects, events, concepts, people, and illustrate the relationship between them. Knowledge Graph acquire the information from documents, images, and many various sources, and acquire that information, integrate that information into an ontology, and applies a reasoner to derive the new knowledge out of that. And you can see multiple use cases of the knowledge graph across the internet. Is Google, very common use case. When you query something on Google, you discover the little bit information coming in the right side, or you're getting the answer of the question which you are asking, and that is possible because of the power of their knowledge graph. And that's where what we have done at Edge, leveraging the data which we have acquired across last 10 years and knowledge which we have acquired from subject matter experts and data annotators, and utilizing that information to build our machine learning engine, and across the capabilities like knowledge graph, JD analysis, resume parser, search and match, career architecture, career progressions, and many other capabilities. At the same time, what we have done at Edge is as technology was transforming, technology was becoming better, there were lots of innovation happening into the technology landscape, and to be very specific into the AI landscape, and deep learning coming into the pictures and the new other state of the art work coming into the pictures, we utilize those advancements in the field of the machine learning and deep learning to build all these ML capabilities as part of our AI engine. And by utilizing all these advancement in the data and in the field of the ML and deep learning to build our knowledge graph, what we have based on the jobs and the resumes, we have built knowledge about multiple entities which are supported as part of our knowledge graph today are certificates, companies, domains, functions, geos, industries, skills, titles. And understanding of these entities help us to solve multiple problems, help us to understand the context better about companies, about jobs, about candidates, about the work which they are doing in the certain company at a certain point of time at the certain locations. Because what we have discovered through analysis of the companies, data, jobs and resumes, companies working across the locations have the different need of the skill sets and the competencies at the different proficiencies in the different locations. For example, the kind of talent company will have in India at the same role will have a different competency than the same role being available in US for the same company. That's where like these understanding about entities and all the knowledge across our jobs, resumes and the other context, helping us to enrich this information and helping us to acquire better context semantic about different details and data points and solving the problem. Today companies are facing the issue of new skills not being available as part of their taxonomy. Our knowledge graph can solve that problem, because our knowledge graph is looking at the jobs and resumes real time, acquiring the information from the jobs 24/7 and understanding, okay, these are the new skills. And then same time it's tapping into the knowledge what subject matter experts have in our data, what kind of data we are getting from annotators. And when we are feeding that data, our knowledge graph is becoming enriched and enhanced, which can help customers to tackle that problem. It can also help customers, and it is helping customer to tackle the problem of data not being available. An organization has situations like people have not put their project details, people have not put their details in the resume, and they have given very basic details about, okay, I have worked as part of this company into this particular tenure at this particular location, and that's the only information which they have. And that's where you can utilize the power of our knowledge graph to enrich that information and infer information like skills. Okay, tell me the kind of skills people will have at this title, at this particular company, at this particular time, at this particular location, and many other use cases you can solve. For example, you can infer the similar titles which may not be part of your taxonomy, but you may add them as part of your title taxonomies. What are the similar companies? What are they looking for? These are the information or patterns which you can acquire from our knowledge graph. Before we jump and look at a use case of our knowledge graph and some specific examples of the knowledge graph, let me talk about how did we build it. Like I said, new advancements were happening in the field and are still happening in the field of machine learning and the deep learning. We specifically focused on building the in-house graph neural networks to acquire this knowledge from the jobs and the resumes and heuristics and the data coming from other sources. And that's where those advancements in the field of the graph neural network help us to acquire this information, where we can say we are able to understand the information than anybody else about these entities. And we look at multiple attributes like how a skill is connected to the titles, what location, what time, and then building the relationships and learning the relationship, inferring the relationships based on the other context and other patterns and the architecture of deep learning which we have put into the place, helping us to understand and acquire this and helping us to build these relationships about these entities. And it's not only about learning the pattern from these, it's also about, okay, how do you keep updating your knowledge graph with respect to the new trends happening, with the new information based on the way users are acting on our products and users are using our products. So that's about the way of building the knowledge graph. Now let's jump into the direct one specific few examples of the knowledge graph where you can see the power of the knowledge graph and you can experience it. You see it's a huge graph. Right now we're showing very limited information to you, and you can see very limited information right now. But the entities which you do see right now, you will see mostly skills in the black color, titles in the yellow color, pink color into skill categories, domains into the purple, functions may be green. And then we do have the multiple other entities which you will not be able to see it right now, but if you want, you can have a look at that information. So let me zoom into the particular entities, and that can give you some idea. For example, you can see and you can have a look at the skill called product management. The connected titles are, or related titles are, senior product managers, associate product manager, technical product manager. And if you look at the related skills, product strategy, product roadmap, product requirements, product design, product development are the related skills. Then you can also tap into what kind of functions this skill being is used, and what kind of domains and the functions are utilizing this, and the kind of skill category it belongs to. Now let's jump into let's look at some specific example about certain skills. So I'm just gonna try out few skill sets which are trending nowadays, and where you can experience the knowledge and the patterns across those skill sets. So you do see the suggestions coming out. Those are again coming out from our skill taxonomies as part of our knowledge graph. So I have selected TensorFlow as a skill. When I'm going to click on the search, it is going to show you very specific information about TensorFlow and very limited information. And what you do see, the information also coming are related skills, related titles, the skill category which belongs to, domains it belongs to, and functions where this skill is being used actually. So let's understand, let me zoom and let's understand what all are connected skills. So you do see the connected skills are Keras, natural language processing, neural networks, pandas, attention mechanism, anomaly detection, machine learning algorithms, PyTorch, OpenCV, scikit-learn, image classifications are some related skills with respect to TensorFlow. Now what kind of related titles? Deep learning engineer, machine learning engineer, principal data scientist, associate data scientist, computer vision engineers, Spark developer, senior data scientist, machine learning developer, research engineer, big data engineer, data scientist, NLP engineer, algorithm engineer, image processing engineers have this as a skill. Now if you look at, okay, this skill being used across what domains? So this skill is being used across computer vision, data science, gaming, medical research, digital analytics, logistics, mining, supply chain analytics, scientific business intelligence, data analytics, climate modeling, big data, computing, high performance computations. That's where this skill is being used in these domains. The kind of function this skill belongs to. So this is the information about TensorFlow, but when you click on the TensorFlow, you can see a little bit more information about this skill. What you can see is some definition about that particular skill. Then you can see the market trends. As we are looking at the jobs and the resumes, you will see the market trends of that skill based on the way jobs are being available in the market. So as per this graph, it is showing TensorFlow as a skill in the market is growing, and lots of demands and the jobs are asking for that as a skill. And what kind of skill is it? And this label shows this is a technical skill. So this is the information or some metadata which you can see with respect to the skills. Now another skill which is trending across the market, and because lots of people are talking about the augmented reality, virtual reality. Again, let's have a look at what kind of skills we do have as related skills as part of ARKit. Microsoft HoloLens, Unity UI, AR library, you do see 3D game engine, Sprite Kit, you see Vuforia, 2D games, Blender 3D, Unity game engine, all are the related skills. Now let's look at the titles which are related to ARKit. You do see the Unity developer, iPhone developer, iOS developer, senior iOS developer, front-end developers, UI developer, full stack developer, game developer, mean stack developer have this as a skill. Now let's click on this skill, and you do see the trend, you see the definition, you do see the trend about this particular skills. You see it's a technical skills. Now let's look at one more example where we can see some different kind of skills. So I'm just putting print marketing as a skill, and you see again, let's look at what kind of skill related skills are corporate branding, promotional marketing, online presence, email marketing campaign, marketing collateral, internal e-marketing, corporate identity, print advertising, marketing tools are the related skills of the print marketing. The domain where it is used is digital marketing, corporate marketing, customer relationship, digital business development, publishing, advertising, newspaper, profile center management, sales, digital analytics, biologicals, FMCG are the domain where this is used a lot. The people have these skills are brand manager, fashion consultants, sales representatives, business executive, marketing executives, interior designers, marketing coordinators, merchandisers, and marketing managers are the people have this as a skill. When you click on that, you can see, okay, definition about print marketing. You can see the trend with respect to the print marketing from the jobs perspective, and you can see this is a functional skill. So that's about our knowledge graph and the kind of knowledge which it brings on the table. We are working across the innovation in the data space, and we are also working on innovation into the deep learning space to make capabilities more smarter and intelligence. At the same time, how can we acquire better information with the less data, and how can we manage with the less data, and how can we improve our system and our ML capabilities with the less, and how can we understand those tasks better, how can we understand those companies better, environment better, projects better, domain better, to give you the more better right candidates at the right time at the right cost, and personalized jobs as well. That's how we at Edge utilizing these AI capabilities to ensure that organizations are able to drive significant top and bottom line outcomes in delivering their talent supply chain. We help you put your employees as well as the candidates at the center of the business decisions and making them feel valued, engaged, future ready. Our capabilities and product ensure you get ahead of the competition by making better, smarter talent decisions. And that's how we use Tech for Good. Reach out to us at info@gatedge.ai to explore how you could augment your talent supply chain outcomes. Thank you.